Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here on location at Lipley Real Estate. And my first interview for this show is Mr. Bob Lipley. Welcome.
Thank you, Barbara.
You have such a homey, pardon the pun, homey atmosphere here, right down to when you walk through the front door, the doorbell rings, just as if you're just welcoming into a home. You've been here for about how long?
Just right at about a year.
At about a year?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So I know the real estate market is like zooming and booming, but you made a comment to me before the show that you really have some very strong high productivity and you take your business seriously.
Yes.
Can you expand a little bit on that?
Yes, we do. We have about 32 agents that are very productive, and they're homegrown. They're local here. It's part of what we try to do is get ourselves out there to let everybody know that we are a local family-owned business.
Very good. So when you say homegrown, I'm guessing that because they are homegrown, they know the territory, they know all the different communities and neighborhoods, which really gives them more of a leg up in real estate.
Yes, exactly. Whether you're buyers or sellers, you really need to know, you really need to have someone that knows the area, knows the climate.
Exactly.
Has seen the growth over the years as well.
That's right, because they can talk more personally, and it seems like today, being a little bit more organic with your customers, it really does create that relationship. I mean, you're not just selling or giving them the opportunity to sell or buy their home, you're helping to solve issues, solve problems. They want to move, maybe they want to downsize, they want to upsize. And in the Palm Harbor area, I mean, this is crazy. How long have you lived here personally?
My wife and I have lived in Pinellas County over 30 years.
Over 30 years?
Yes, yes.
So you have quite an expanse of the entire area.
Most definitely.
That is awesome. So when somebody walks through your doors, they're going to get satisfaction, I can tell.
For sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. So you've been a member of the Chamber of Commerce, the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce?
Yes, for about a year now.
About a year.
We're in Tarpon for about 9 years and just locally moved to Palm Harbor. So we're happy to be here and happy to be a member of the Chamber. And they've done very good for us thus far.
Can you tell me a little bit about your interaction with different activities? We know that they have a full calendar. They have major, massive events, which is perfect for networking. Can you give us just a few little... Well,
they encourage our agents to participate as well, which is really a great thing. It's not just for the ownership; it's the mix and social events that has helped our office out thus far.
Yeah. It's not a matter of just becoming a member with your local Chamber of Commerce. It's a matter of getting involved and engaging with one another. And we've done so many interviews with Palm Harbor members of their chamber, and they all say the same thing. It's like one big happy business family.
Yes, yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah.
And, you know, the leaders of the chamber have done a fantastic job, and they're continued to build it and grow it here in the future.
Well, they've made some major changes, and it's exciting to be part of the chamber and to know that you have that foothold, so to speak. It's almost like it takes your roots in the community a little bit deeper, would you say?
Yes, most definitely. Yeah.
So tell me what's going on in real estate today. Just crazy, right?
Yes, I knew you were going to ask. You know, it's a favorable market right now. It's fun to work in. It should be fun to be a buyer and a seller right now, and it's something we've missed for a long time. So it's a great time for us. Great time.
Great time. I love to hear that. I remember when you would ask a realtor, how's business? How's the real estate market? And you just get an eye roll, and that really they had nothing to say. So this is really refreshing, and it's been going on for a while. And while we do know that the market changes, right, from time to time. Sure. So just for anybody that's watching out there and you're wondering, well, what do they mean it's a seller's market, it's a buyer's market? What do they mean by that?
Ideally, it favors your negotiating spot. It has a lot to do with supply and demand, and other variables. But what makes it exciting right now is that it is probably as neutral as it could be, and so it gives everybody a good feeling. Buy or sell.
Yes.
And that's really, really what's exciting about our market right now.
And developing those relationships. And
Yeah.
would you find that in your marketing attempts and all, does most of your business come from word of mouth?
Yes. The referral business is phenomenal. Most people don't understand the magnitude of the referral business.
Yes, yes, and all the touches that you have to make
Yes,
with your
the follow-up,
customers, the
yes,
follow-ups, and
that's why our business is all about relationships. It's long term. We definitely want to be people's real estate agents for life, and their families and friends as well. So.
And once they find their home, you're a broker here, and you can clearly tell that you love what you're doing here. Your wife's part of it as well in doing the marketing, and it is a family-owned business too. And I personally, I love to support family-owned businesses. There's just a different niche there to the feeling with family-owned businesses and the dedication and all of that. I think it's exciting to have our interviews with various people that are members of the Chamber of Commerce, and it's exciting to talk with you here today. And what a great feel in this office.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, speaking of real estate, what kind of a tip could you give a seller and or a buyer out there today?
Seller, if you're selling, clean, tip-top clean, organized, your house should be, and have, as my wife would put, have fantastic photos.
Fantastic photos. What do you mean by that?
Well, when we're listing your home, we're showcasing it throughout everywhere. Actually, our office, all over the internet. So, photos are extremely important. That's what's going to be what's going to bring the person to see your home, and that's going to be the most important thing.
It's critical because
Yes.
as you're advertising, and I hear this, many people hear this, that we don't understand how a picture can go out in public the way some of them do. And I'm not speaking for all, but if you want that first call, that is the first thing that they're going to see before they go out and review the home. And so if they have a bedroom that's off, or a family room that's full of clutter, a kitchen that has tons of stuff all over the counters, it may not be the best perceived look or very inviting, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And as far as a buyer goes?
Well, the actual tip for both would be get yourself a great agent.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth.
And the agent is here. You're definitely going to want one that's full-time, and that's what we pride ourselves in having, is passionate full-time real estate agents that listen and really want to help a buyer or a seller.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I said you took the words right out of my mouth, the one thing that I wanted to ask you, and this is so critical because the average person out there looking for a home doesn't really understand the benefits of working with a qualified agent, letting them represent you either way, correct?
That is correct. And once you've had one, and a good one,
yes,
then you know that you do not want to go unassisted in a large purchase like that, for sure.
And I've talked to several people where they'll call the listing agent, and that's all well and good, but they don't understand the agency relationship.
Yes.
Do you find that that is really the most critical thing to keep in mind, as opposed to trying to save on a commission? You know what? You guys earn every penny. Real estate school, weekly training, all of that.
Yeah, we definitely earn it. That, and all our agents would say the same thing. Yeah, it's a mindset out there that that most people think that they're going to get a better deal possibly by going to the listing agent. That's just not true, and it never has been. Um, Again, what you want to do is find a great agent, and you can start by here. And our website has all our agents with their profiles and their resume, so to speak, and so that would be where I would start.
Yeah,
So,
it's a good start either way, whether you're selling or buying, and have an interview and just, ask a lot of those questions, because calling the listing agent is all well and good, but just keep in mind that they are working for the seller.
yeah.
So if you're going to be buying a home, you make the smart decision right in the beginning and call a realtor. You definitely can start here at Lively Real Estate. You will love just walking through the doorways and meeting yourself and your lovely wife Donna. It's just a real homey atmosphere, and I think today people want more of that than that real, what do I want to say, staunch business atmosphere. People are really wanting to come from the heart and just, do business that way.
Yeah.
Well,
we
great.
agree. Well, thank you.
Great. Well, if you would like to get a hold of Mr. Lively, feel free to do so. We're going to take a brief little time out, and we wish you luck in your endeavors. We're right here in the heart of Palm Harbor. Many, many years of experience, 30 years of experience, 32 agents, and they're all dedicated full-time for you. We'll be right back after this. Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. We are featuring the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce, and we're right here at Lively Real Estate. They have opened their home office to us, so that's exciting. And what goes hand in hand with home is air conditioning and plumbing and all of that. We have Tom Graham with us, Vice President of Joe Cool Home Services.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, let's hear what you're doing with your business, and how long have you been a member with the Chamber, and all those good questions. Which question do you want to answer first?
Let's see, a complex question. Well, so we joined the Chamber of Commerce just over a year ago. We have a very strong presence in the lower Pinellas County, St. Petersburg and Seminole and that type of thing, and we really wanted to migrate our business north to Palm Harbor and Oldsmar and Dunedin and be more present up there. So we joined the Chamber of Commerce in an effort to get to know people and to be to see and be seen, so to speak.
See and be seen. That's great. How long has this business been around?
So the business has been around since 2001.
Okay.
My wife and I bought the business in 2011, so we've been at it for quite a while now. My background is not in the trades, but I'm one of those career corporate retreads. Decided to do something
Reinventing
different.
yourself, so to
Yes,
speak.
that's right.
Okay.
And so we've had a really good 8-year run at it now, and we're really hitting our stride in terms of providing excellent service, a good value for the customer, and we're killing it. So we wanted to come up to the north part of the county. We joined the Chamber of Commerce here, Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, and in Dunedin, the Merchants Association. And we're really trying to be very active and give back to the community in many ways.
I love to hear you say we're killing it. First of all, you're in a service-oriented business that just works here in Florida. I mean, you can find all kinds of different air conditioning companies. What makes you so different? Is it service? Is it a combination of things? What's different about you guys?
Well, thank you for asking. Somebody once told me that there are 800 licensed air conditioning contractors in Pinellas County. Now, I don't know if that's a real number or not, but
okay.
It seems like it probably
is.
But what distinguishes us from the others, we have highly trained technicians. I mean highly trained. We train 4 times a week in my shop. If you want something to be done right, you have to train people how to do it.
Of course.
We don't pay our technicians on commission. They're paid a very strong hourly wage, so they will make the right choices for the customer, not because they have to sell something in order to put food on their table, but because they're going to do the right thing and provide the right kind of service. It's a big distinguishing factor for us. We train 4 times a week, I mentioned, inside the office, installers, service technicians, our call center. So we want the experience to be top-notch from the time you call us till the time that we're finished and, we drive off into the sunset.
That's very interesting what you said about your training and that your people do not work on a commission. Now, this is news to me, and we're not suggesting that other companies do that, but they may. It's just like when you take your car into the car dealer. I learned that the repair shop makes commission off of repairs. I'm going, why am I doing this?
Well, you know, commission drives behavior. And we have a salesperson, and you'll know he's a salesperson. We tell you, right? And he makes his living based on,
of course,
on what he sells, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But what we don't want to do is have a service relationship that's based on, if I don't sell you this, I'm going to starve this week. That's not healthy for our employee, and it's certainly not healthy for the customer.
I really wanted to touch on that because, like I say, you just don't know who to call unless
I can tell you who to call.
Unless you, if you've never had any service, maybe you're moving down here first time, right?
Sure.
Definitely call these guys because I love the whole philosophy with you, and it can become a nightmare.
Well, and we believe it's a distinguishing factor for us. How do you
Yes.
distinguish? How do you become the orange ball in a sea of white balls, so to speak?
True.
How do you stand out if there's 800 competitors, and then most of them aren't really competitors,
Right.
but there's a lot of choices for sure. And how do you set yourself apart?
Sure.
And we believe that, you know, a part of it is compensation, a part of it is training, a part of it is just who we are. And
Yeah.
that's the service that we want to provide to our customers.
That's great. I am going to keep your card close to my heart because I could share some stories, but I won't today, but I think you can read between the lines.
Sure.
Maybe you have a story as well, but I love the concept and all. So I wanted to bounce back to the chamber. You've been a member just for about a year, right?
Yep, just a little bit over a year.
So, and you did kind of touch that in one fell swoop about how, you know, you wanted to move your business forward. Great idea coming up this way. And how have you engaged with the Palm Harbor Chamber?
Well, we have a community marketing coordinator, leader in Lindsay Hunter, and she is very active as, you know, representing our company in all of the chambers. And in fact, we were honored to be selected the medium business winner of the year. For
Congratulations!
The yeah, it was a huge benefit, and we love the trophy. It's
I bet.
Yeah, the plaque, I should say, it's sitting in the cabinet at work.
And that's just in a year's time.
Yep.
In a year's time, you won that.
And it's really due to involvement. You know, we support fundraisers and non-for-profit, the cancer you know, benefits and homeless and the food bank, and there's just a lot of things that we can do. I mentioned earlier giving back to the community, and that's really a piece of it.
Isn't it? It truly is. And Palm Harbor is really great about that. You know, the Chamber of Commerce, and that's who we are supporting and talking about today. Right. So, I'm not sure how much time we have left, but I wanted to touch on a few little tips that we can do in our home, regardless of, I mean, there's a lot of old homes here.
Sure.
Can you give us a little tip for, you know, the cleanliness of your system, the maintenance? What can we do to get as much longevity out of our units?
Sure. Well, so I want to answer that about air conditioning, but I also want to talk about plumbing, which we do. And
oh, yes.
We have wonderful plumbing services, you know, subscribing to the same principles that we've talked about here. So on the air conditioning side, honest to Pete, the most important thing to do is to change your air filter every month.
Every month, right?
Every month.
Even though it says good up to 3 months.
Even though it says good up to 3 months.
I learned that the hard way.
Well, what happens is, you know, the dirt gets trapped in the air conditioner, and then that ends up clogging up the drain line, and there's just a lot of things that are connected there. And so change your filter every month. At my house, I pour a cup of vinegar down the drain line once a month, and my drain line doesn't clog up, and I don't have, you know, air conditioning problems that could be avoided.
Yes.
On the plumbing side, the key is, you know, pay attention. If your toilet is running, you're going to have a higher water bill. You're wasting water, and
that happened to me. It was horrible.
I mean, the bills can go crazy.
Oh, thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons of water.
Exactly.
Right down the drain.
One drip at a time.
Yes.
And so if you have that, call us. Please go to our website, joecoolair.com. Check us out. You can schedule an appointment right there or give us a phone call, and we'll be happy to send out the plumber or the air conditioning expert. and solve your problems.
Very good, very good. What are some of the brand names that you're using?
We are a factory authorized Bryant dealer, so that's a name brand that's been around for practically ever. We sell and service, I'm going to say all brands, but honestly, our factory support and our favorite brand is Bryant equipment. We also sell York and Train and Lennox. I mean, whatever you want, we have. But there are reasons that we can talk more about with a customer and their situation, and find the best equipment for them. But the factory support from Bryant is second to none.
We're going to be approaching really hot weather here soon, as always.
Won't be long.
It won't be long at all. Our winter maybe lasts maybe 2 or 3 days, right?
Right.
So if we call Joe Cool, what's our fair lead time? Can we get you out in the same day for the most part?
For the most part. If you call at 8 p.m., I can't make that promise.
Sure.
But
sure.
if you call during regular business hours, we're going to get you serviced, same day service. We have about 10 trucks on the road. We have service experts that are located in Pinellas County. We're also in Hillsborough County. We serve lower Pasco County. So we don't go to Spring Hill, but Newport Richey, Holiday, all that stuff, we're all good. And
that's great.
They're in the neighborhoods all the time.
Okay.
We live in the East Lake area, and so I'm up here, and most of my neighbors are our customers, and so the trucks are in our neighborhood as well.
Oh, that's great, because when when you're covering so many areas, you think, well, okay, well, are there trucks coming all the way from St. Pete all the way to Pasco? So this is really good. That's why I wanted to touch on that.
Yeah, they're up here now.
Okay.
And so they move around, of course, but at any given time, we're probably less than 20 minutes drive time from every customer that we serve.
Well, I'm glad that you gave us a few tips, and if you do have a running toilet, you want to make sure you give Joe Cool a call and have them come out and address that right away and take care of that. And it may be just a part in your toilet or whatever. Is that can it be?
It could be. The water here, my plumber affectionately refers to Florida water as battery acid.
Oh.
And,
yeah.
And if you've been around for a while, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
The white crusty stuff around the faucets.
Yes.
We have remedies for that, by the way. And, with water treatment, we can solve that. But, full service plumbing, we do well water, city water, doesn't matter. And we can get you squared away.
Awesome. That's really great. Yeah, you are full service. I'm so excited to hear about your success, and it's for obvious reasons. You have a really great customer service, and you really care. Another family-owned business, right?
Family-owned.
Very good. Very good.
So.
Yeah. As we approach the season here in Florida, you definitely want to make sure that your air conditioner and handler and everything is intact. And once a month, change those filters, right?
Change the filters, a cup of vinegar down the drain line, and you will have as carefree as possible.
I love it. Well, it's great to have you on the show today. Thanks for coming up.
Well, thank you very much for inviting us out. It's a pleasure to be here, and look forward to seeing more members and customers, and thank you.
Very good. Thank you for joining us on My Chamber TV. We're not done yet. Stick around. There's more. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. It is the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly. Thanks for joining us. We are featuring the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce. And with me, I'm excited, back by popular demand, we have Norie Berndt. And she's with Cruise Planners, who's about to celebrate her 10-year anniversary. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Barbara. Thanks for having me.
That is so wonderful. Well, clearly, you do what you love and love what you do. Tell me about cruise planning.
Well, cruise planning and cruise planners in general, I belong to a fantastic family of travel agents, and we are real professional travel agents. We go through a lot of training, and we work out of our homes primarily, but we're not like just one of those go to my website kind of companies. We are actual travel agents that we touch each of our clients on a daily basis.
And I think that's what we want, right? Especially if we're planning a vacation, going on a cruise. Now, I understand you're considered a certified travel specialist, so you have to go through certification training, correct?
Yeah. So there's a lot of training in this business, and it's constantly ongoing because everything changes all the time. So every one of my vendors, whether it be a land-based vendor or hotel company or resort or cruise line, they all have their own training that we have to go through to be certified to sell their products. So it is a lot of training, and it's weekly. We go through some sort of training and have to be certified to sell a certain cruise line or be certified to sell a certain resort company or whatever. So
well, that really
it's a lot.
Yeah, I understand. I have a friend that is actually going through training. She's with a different company, but still that training and that certification is really critical if you want to plan a cruise and you want to work with someone that really knows their stuff. And Norie's been on before, and it's always exciting to have you back with us. You had some talking points that you wanted to share on what's coming up, and so I'm going to just turn it over to you.
Being a member of the Greater Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce is an absolute great experience for me. I'm so glad I joined. But one of the things that we're doing for our partners and the Palm Harbor Chamber is we're actually having a special cruise this year.
Ooh.
So you can go online onto my website at norie.funcruisesforyou.com to get all the information. But I will tell you that the cruise is going out of Tampa. It's on the Carnival Paradise. And it's in October 3rd, actually.
Oh, that's my birthday. Maybe I need to sign up for that.
Yes, absolutely, to celebrate your birthday. So we're doing a 4-night cruise out of Tampa to Cozumel. And as you probably know, and I know you've been to Cozumel.
Oh, sure.
It is an absolute sun-seeker's paradise. Ooh, there.
Nice.
White sand, beautiful beaches. Blue water. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And if you're a diver, this is the place to be. So,
you're just painting that picture for us. I love it.
Yep.
Especially the blue waters.
The blue water. Oh, it's like Tidy Bowl. It is so blue and so clear. I just absolutely love it. So, and there's so much to do in Cozumel, whether you're a diver, whether you're just a sun seeker, whether you want to party all day, you can definitely do that. Or if you are a historic or history buff, you can actually do a lot in Cozumel because it is the Mecca for the Mayan peoples way back. So there's a lot of things to do, historical things to see there.
That's so very, very exciting. And now you said you're doing a special cruise for the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce.
Right, yeah.
So that is another added benefit for becoming a member of the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce.
Right,
all these little bennies that you get, right?
Yeah, so you need to go to my website, get all the information, and sign up there.
Yeah.
The deposits for our chamber partners is only $50 a person for their deposit.
Really? That's not bad at all.
No, not bad.
And it's probably a good idea to get that deposit in pretty quick.
Pretty quick,
Because they sell out. They usually sell out very fast. What made you go into the cruise business?
Oh, long story short, I am actually a professional chef by training, chef for a very, very long time.
Oh.
But I was in a tragic car accident in early 2009. Early 2009. And it sort of ended my career as a chef, being able to do that physical work, standing on your feet for 15 hours a day, that sort of thing. So I needed to find something else to do, and I needed to find my second passion.
Well, good. And, it sounds like you did.
Travel was it.
Oh, my.
And travel and food go together,
absolutely,
so
absolutely.
It was a very natural thing to do.
Oh, it sounds like it. Oh, I'm excited to talk to you about this. What else is going on, my friend?
So for my 10th anniversary, with Cruise Planners, I'm having a special cruise, by the way. It is June 28th. It's on the Norwegian Sun.
Ooh, nice.
And I'm inviting everybody to come with me to celebrate. and we'll be having a lot of fun on that ship.
Oh,
so.
congratulations, 10 years. You can clearly tell that you love what you're doing and really putting smiles on people's faces.
Yeah.
There's nothing like
I
getting
love
away.
working in a happy business.
Oh, and I mean, how can it not be happy, really? I mean, you're going to go relax, you get to eat, dance, party, do whatever you like. If you want to go see the history, hop on a ship and just get moving and grooving. I think that's fabulous. Yep. Now, how long have you been with the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce?
I'll actually celebrate my 1-year anniversary next month with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Okay. So how do you engage? How has being a member for yourself in your business helped you?
You know, one of the most important things that I would say to anybody joining a chamber or really any other networking organization is you have to be there. You have to be present. So go out and make sure you go to the meetings, make sure you attend the events, and connect with other people in the chamber. I think it's just so important. I've connected with so many people in this chamber. And really learn about their business.
Yes.
And learn about them on a personal level as well, so that you can better go out and network, and you'll be the person who knows. You know, if somebody says, oh, I need somebody to fix my air conditioner, well, we now know somebody to fix your air conditioner.
That's right,
so.
That's right. And I'm guessing as you get to know the members in the chamber and you get a feel for their personalities, and then one fine day they come to you and say, you know, I'm thinking about doing a cruise. You're probably filing this information from getting to know people. Yeah. Would you say that helps you a little bit more?
It does. Because the next time I see that person, I can say, you know, it's a great conversation starter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you told me you were thinking about doing this, or, you know, going to Africa for...
That is exciting. I'll tell you, it's been a while since I've been on a cruise, but I have really wonderful, fond memories. I couldn't even tell you where it was, but it was really great. So any tips that you want to share with us as far as if somebody's thinking about planning a cruise, or, I also wanted to ask you about a land specialist. I'm not sure how much time we have, but I want to make sure that you're able to tell us what a land specialist is. So it's not just cruising, right?
Yeah, it's not just cruising. Aside from our name, Cruise Planners, of course, we are your land and tour specialists as well as your cruise specialists.
Okay.
So what we do as far as land vacations is we help our clients. It's a big world out there. And many of our clients want to go places on vacation that they've never been before.
Sure.
So it could be Alaska, it could be Asia, it could be Hawaii, Europe, you never know. So people need help in planning those vacations so that they can get the most out of their vacation time and their vacation budget. And that's what we do as land specialists, is we help them go through that. It could be something like an all-inclusive resort in Cozumel.
There you go.
Or it could be something as a multi-destination tour in Asia. So.
Very nice. So let me just ask you, do you ever have people come to you and go, when you say, well, where would you like to go, and they don't have a clue?
Yes, that happens.
Does that make your job a little bit more challenging?
It does, but you know, if you ask the right questions and you kind of suss out the answers, and sometimes you have to draw out the answers a little bit, but you can eventually find out, you know, where is it that they really want to go.
So let's role play. We've got 2 minutes, okay? I'm your new customer, right? I don't know where I want to go, but I can share with you what I like. So,
well, I already know you.
Sure you do.
I know that you love ballroom dancing.
Oh my goodness, you remember that from the last time. Yes, right.
So, you know, that's one thing. If you've never been to places, I want to find out, what kind of things do you like to do? You know, you love ballroom dancing, and I believe we talked about history a little bit, that you liked history too.
Yes, we did, especially when it comes to dance, and we talked about I wanted to dance on the streets and do the Argentine tango in Argentina.
That's right.
That was my hot button. So, yeah, so don't even be concerned if you don't know where you want to go on a cruise. I mean, give her a call, and she'll sit and interview you and talk to you about, and have an idea on what your budget is, right? Because that's going to be
important. That's really important.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we need to make sure that what we're able to do as far as a vacation package for you and your family will fit into your budget. Or you know, or else it would be a shame that, you know, if you couldn't do it.
Oh,
so
gosh,
we want to make sure that works out.
Yeah, and if you know, you don't have to go like right this year, maybe next year. Maybe you're getting ready to retire. Can you imagine putting in 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and it's almost time for retirement, and you just need to get away? Or maybe you haven't had a vacation in a long time because you're busy loving your work and you just get engrossed in, like you, right? So think about, just paint that picture for yourself, and, you know, going to Cozumel's, checking out those wonderful bluer than blue waters, and kicking back with a nice popular tropical drink and having the sun and all that. Thanks a lot. I'm going to see you again, I know.
I know, yeah.
Stick around, we'll be right back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. It is the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. We happen to have Skip Alford, who is the CEO of the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce. Glad to have you today. Welcome back. And I know you're here to show all the highlights, and we're going to give the spotlight on you right now to do that.
Well, thank you, Barbara. It's always just an amazing pleasure and honor to be here on Chamber TV, and just promote our area, promote the business community here in beautiful Palm Harbor. As you know, we have an amazing part of Florida that we live in and call home. And the Chamber has got an exciting year coming up for 2019.
Oh, I hear.
A lot of good things happening. All right. And one thing I'd really like to make sure everybody knows is now that we have our Chamber lobby that we're going to be able to host conferences, classes, you know, anywhere from probably 10 to 40 folks.
Nice.
If the Chamber partners need a place to have a class, have a conference, have a get-together, something like that, we now, you know, are going to have that available for all the Chamber partners in the area.
Wow.
And pretty much classroom style to use. And that way they always know they have a facility ready to host them, and basically, you know, have things that they need to have right here in town.
Well, you know, there's a lot to be said for that, because as a member, you have so many different benefits, and that alone, I mean, trying to shop around to find a facility to where you can do a seminar or a talk or training or certification, this is really great.
Well, it is, and especially since we have such a beautiful community. Our town, Palm Harbor, our area that we call Palm Harbor, is really just a big, beautiful community.
Yeah.
And the one thing that we do not have is a lot of venues, you know, for meetings and things like that. So it's really a pleasure, you know, to have that available now.
Oh, that is. It is.
Right.
It is.
And along with the Chamber office renovation and things like that coming around, we've got some amazing events coming up that I want to make sure everybody in our area knows about.
All right, let's do it.
One thing we've gotten huge response on right here, and I'll try and hold that up, is we have a trade show coming up.
Oh, really?
Right? This is going to be at Eastlake Woodlands Country Club. It's going to be Tuesday, January 29th from 5:30 to 8. And so far, the response from this has been fairly amazing. All right, very inexpensive to have a table, to have a, you know, to have a vendor table there to show off what you do as far as business and your products and things like that. And it's going to be a lot of people attend because it's perfect location. Eastlake Woodlands is right on the border of Palm Harbor and Upper Tampa Bay, Oldsmar area.
Yes.
So we're expecting just a huge crowd. So be sure, if you haven't taken time to check into this, you have time. Trade show. It's going to happen at Eastlake Woodlands Country Club on Tuesday afternoon, January 29th. So that's coming up pretty quick.
What's the hours?
And it's going to be from 5:30 to 8 o'clock. 5:30 to 8. If you need information, contact the Greater Palm Harbor Beach Chamber of Commerce. Go to our website. You can sign up for a table right there online, or contact Mark at the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. We'd love to see you there. I think it's going to be an amazing time.
Oh, I think so too. You've got my interest.
Well, and that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
And here's something that's going to be major fun for the whole area. We're going to have our first, as you know, all the chambers here in northern Pinellas County have kind of an amazing sibling relationship.
Yes, we do.
You know, because here, 15 miles of woods doesn't separate the chambers. Here, a street separates us.
Right.
So our 6-chamber coalition, which
Oh,
is basically
yes.
Tarpon Springs,
Yes.
Greater Palm Harbor, Upper Tampa Bay, Dunedin, Safety Harbor, and Clearwater Beach. We have this fantastic relationship, okay? But 2 of us have decided to go head-to-head and see who has the better golfers. So it is my great pleasure to announce that we have the first annual Craft Beer Chamber Challenge.
Oh, how
between
fun.
the Greater Palm Harbor Area Chamber of Commerce and Upper Tampa Bay. And the major bragging rights are going to be on the line here, okay, for this. This is going to be held on Friday, February 8th. All right, it's going to be a shotgun start at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. and we're going to play it at Tarpon Woods. And as you know, world famous LPGA champion Jan Stevenson is the owner out there now. Her and
Yes.
Michael Vandiver are partners, and that is going to be at her course, Tarpon Woods, on that date. One more time, February 8th. 2019 shotgun start at 1 o'clock. It is going to be fun and lots and lots and lots of fantastic craft beer for everybody. Barbara.
I love it. That is really going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's it, it's so exciting. You just never cease to amaze me when you come on to our show, because you always got something hiding in those hip pockets there.
Well, we got to keep the chamber not only fun and relevant, but interactive.
Yeah.
And, the best way to do that is to
Yeah.
get all of our folks together, because, like I said, here, businesses,
Yes.
can be technically on one side of a street, and that's in a chamber, territory. But the thing is, we both prosper from that relationship.
Absolutely.
And fun things like this, where we get together on a fun basis and go head-to-head on things, is just going to add to our overall sense of community for our half of Pinellas County.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the best half, in my opinion.
Well, I'm a little partial too. But I love this 6-chamber event. We'll talk after the show, because I think that's really fantastic. There are a lot of people that go to that too. Those events.
Well, Summer Splash is coming up once again this summer at Innisbrook, and it is going to be bigger than ever. And we already have that locked in at Innisbrook.
And when?
It's going to probably be in June, July timeframe. I'll have a firm date for that next
Okay.
month. But we have already got that going, because last year was a huge success. We're looking at it being even better this year.
Oh, that's great. Well, I tell you, it's always exciting to have you on the show and share some of the things that are coming up. We've got a few minutes remaining. Anything else that you can touch on? Well, I know what. How about becoming a member, right?
Yes.
The benefits.
I actually like to call them partners.
Yes.
Because, you're a member of a gym. But if you're over there
Good
working
point.
biceps and somebody's across the gym working triceps, you don't even know them, might not ever know them.
That's true.
All right, but in a business organization like our Chamber of Commerce, I like to
Yes.
refer to everybody as a partner,
I like
because
that.
you're investing in the same thing. You're investing in your own business, each other's business. In a way, I've tried to create a mindset to where all of the chamber partners see each other as each other's consultants, see each other as their own business associates within the same organization.
Yeah.
So if one prospers, all prosper, and if all prosper, everyone prospers.
Sure.
But to get the partnership aspect of things is so important, because your best source of referral is always sitting next to you, in front of you, behind you. So anytime we come together as a chamber, I like to let them know that this is your business organization. This is what you're investing in. This is what it's all about. You're all partners. So get to know each other. Know what each other needs. Know what you can do for each other.
Sure.
Because sooner or later, as you know, Barbara, sooner or later something comes up to where you get asked a question and you know exactly who to call.
Yes,
All right.
and we touched on that with our guests today in the show.
Yep, that happens all the time in life. We're all interconnected, and especially in a business organization as vibrant as our chamber, I want those dynamics to continue to grow and just multiply geometrically over the next year.
Yes, and they definitely will. That's one of the reasons why I love doing those shows. I have met more business owners in the 4+ years that we've been doing My Chamber TV, and that's why we want you to consider becoming a member. And we always touch on this. It's not about paying your dues. It's about paying your dues and showing up.
And once again, Barbara, I don't even like to call it dues. Once again, you pay dues at a gym.
There you go.
But in a business organization, you invest. You're investing in yourself.
Investment.
So it's an annual, what I like to call an annual investment.
Yes.
All right. That way, the money is spent wisely. It's
Yes.
not just thrown
Yes.
away or, to who knows where. You're investing in your business and each other's success.
And there's a lot to be said for that too, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because I think you're about the only one in any of the chambers that refer to it as that investment and as a partner, it just has a different ring to it. And you're right about membership.
Yes.
You know, you can call membership all day long, but this puts a different twist to it.
Right.
Creates that little niche for yourself as a business owner.
Well, you know, and you were talking about being a partner with our chamber. Well, that's so important because there's other organizations out there that do a lot of networking, do those types of things. But your Chamber of Commerce is your organization that can address issues when it comes to business and issues
Yes.
that the county government and local government needs to be aware of.
That's
So
true.
we have a voice. Business has a voice through its chamber, which doesn't necessarily happen with just any other networking organization. So that's why I would encourage anyone out there that would like to be a partner in a fantastic growing business organization that's really looking out for you and out for our community. Please consider being a partner in the Greater Palm Harbor Area Chamber of Commerce.
Thanks a lot, Skip. And we also want to thank our real estate broker here, Lively Real Estate. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us for our wonderful Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce. We'll see you next time. Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us here in Palm Harbor. We're featuring the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce, and we're here at Lively Real Estate. And I would like to introduce our last guest of the show, Missy Muzzillo.
Yes.
And Missy is Community Development Manager for the American Cancer Society. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And congratulations for being with them for what, about a year and a half now?
About a year and a half now, I've been with the American Cancer Society and been actively involved with the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce.
Very nice, very nice. So tell me about the American Cancer Society. We hear all about it, but we don't really, many of you may not even know what takes place with the Cancer Society.
Well, we actually do quite a bit. A lot of people hear things in the community about the activities that we do and the programs that we offer. So we are attacking cancer from every angle. We are activists out in our communities. We partner with local hospitals and clinics in the state of Florida to help provide information and provide services to the patients that come into their program. So we also provide breakthroughs out in the communities as well. We are actively engaging in our communities. We're attacking in our communities by also providing free lodging for any cancer patients that are out of a certain range of their living area. If they have to, for example, we have what's called a Hope Lodge out in our Tampa area right next to Moffitt Cancer Center.
Oh, nice.
And for participants who are seeking cancer treatment at the Moffitt Cancer Center, we are located right next door at the Hope Lodge, and they can stay with us at the Hope Lodge for free while they are seeking their cancer treatments there at Moffitt. In 2017, we provided over 41,000 nights of free lodging to our cancer patients.
41,000?
Yes.
That must be quite a facility over there.
It absolutely is.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's statewide. That is throughout the state of Florida.
That is, wow, that's really amazing. And I mean, that really takes a lot of stress off the patients, I would guess.
Absolutely, and the caregivers as well.
Yeah.
If you've never been to the Hope Lodge, I highly encourage you to go. It is such a beautiful facility. It's very homely, and the patients, you know, they have access to a kitchen where they can prepare their own meals. It's just, it blows me away. We, through our Relay for Life program here in the North Pinellas area, we actually went last month and served dinner to the patients and their caregivers.
Oh, nice.
As a way of giving back to them and saying that we're here for you.
That is really nice.
Yes, absolutely.
So your Relay for Life is coming up here, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is coming up, and our Relay for Life, actually, in 2018, the American Cancer Society really stepped back and looked at what is more beneficial, not just to donor dollars, but also to the community as well, and that is really providing a amazing event to not only our survivors, to our caregivers, but also to our participants that actively raise money for the American Cancer Society year after year. So in 2018, the Palm Harbor Relay and the Oldsmar Safety Harbor Relay merged together.
Oh, nice.
To provide a much larger, bigger, more enhanced experience. So our Relay for Life, we now refer to it as the North Pinellas Relay for Life. And that is actually going to be held on Friday, April 12th.
Okay.
From 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. At the Oldsmar Sports Complex.
Very nice. And so how do people get involved with that? What can they expect?
What they can expect is an absolutely fun event. We start every event with an opening ceremonies where we honor and acknowledge all of our survivors and our caregivers and the patients that are, and the participants that are taking place in the event. We then start every single Relay for Life. The very first lap that we do is for our survivors and our caregivers, because ultimately that is who we are there to support and honor and represent. And then we follow up with theme laps, and the teams come out, and every Relay for Life has a theme. So our theme this year for our Relay for Life of North Pinellas is decades. So some of our teams are going to be representing like the 80s and the 50s and the 70s, and they can decorate their site however they feel based on their theme. And then we will also do theme laps and activities based off of the theme. So it's really a lot of fun. We have a DJ who comes out, DJ Yahoo. He is absolutely amazing, and he will come out and provide a much bigger, better, fun, loud experience. So we really hope that the community will come out and support us and get involved. We definitely are looking for more teams and participants. Right now we're sitting at about 21 teams as of this morning, and we have room for so many more.
What are you looking at? What's your goal? What's your target?
Through the roof.
Through the roof.
My goal is to outgrow our venue so that we can provide an even bigger and better experience than what we already do, which is already amazing.
That is so cool. So Relay for Life is April 12th.
April 12th.
And let's see, I had a question for you and it just kind of slipped. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Was there what made you get into this? Did you have a personal passion? Did you?
I've lost a lot of family and friends and volunteers from my previous job. And what got me hooked on the American Cancer Society is I actually started as a volunteer in 2017. I was a team captain, and my group and I went to the event, and the minute I stepped foot onto that track and saw, because you can hear all you want about, oh, come to the Relay for Life event, it's so much fun. You really don't know until you step foot on that. And the minute I walked into it and I saw the engagement and the fun and the laughter, I just knew I needed to be here.
It sounds like you're fulfilling a passion.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I always say that my goal with this job is to eventually be out of a job, because then that would mean that we have found a cure for cancer.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Absolutely. That would be so amazing. And, you know, all the fun events and the housing that you provide with such a really wonderful atmosphere, all that is so healing for patients as well.
It is. Absolutely it is. You know, and we also deliver in our communities and to our patients as well. By giving them direction. And at any time, we have a call center that is staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where if somebody just needs to talk to someone, they can call us and we will pick up the phone and we will walk them through whatever they are going through. We will provide them with avenues of people to talk to. If they, need something specific, we will work with them to direct them with whatever their needs are and meet their needs.
That's wonderful. So anyone can really call and
absolutely
and get help.
Absolutely.
Very good. Very good. And they've been around for a good little while, I'm guessing.
We have. The American Cancer Society was actually founded in 1913 by 10 doctors and 5 business people in New York City. And we actually started as the American Society for the I have to remember this, the American Society for the Control of Cancer. And in 1944, we actually adopted the name the American Cancer Society. And we have just been rocking and rolling ever since.
That's wonderful. There's such a need for it. And I picked up in our conversation that you were saying that there's information provided, in other words, updated information.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. The most recent statistics came out. We are currently providing funding for over $9 million in the state of Florida alone for cancer research. And that is just an amazing figure for me.
That really is, because there's so much going on with cancers. Where's it coming from? And rare cancers that are popping up these days that the doctor's like, wow, So I think that there's just such a need for this and to support as well. So I would definitely get involved and even show up for a Relay for Life. Is there any cost involved at all?
Not at all. The Relay for Life is a family-friendly, open, free event. And the great thing with Relay for Life is we celebrate all cancers, and we recognize all cancers, not just one in particular. And we do have our survivor dinner coming up where we honor our survivors on March 4th.
That's so neat. Well, I want to thank you, Missy. You're such a delight.
Thank you
I
so
know you're
much,
having
Yvette.
fun doing
Yes.
what you're doing.
Oh
And
my
eventually,
gosh.
I hope you're without a job, too.
I do too. That's my goal.
Thanks for joining us on My Chamber TV. We've been featuring Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce, and we'll be back again next time. Thank you.